Hello, my beautiful people. Today we're talking about the Feast and Famine characters of Overwatch. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So before we get to the list, what is Feast or Famine? That means that they are high risk, high reward. They have insanely high carry potential, but if they do not perform what they're designed to do, they fall behind and it often can be crippling to your teammates. So first up on the list, we have Roadhog. He has a hook that can drag opponents to him and kill him instantly, but if he does not land those hooks, then he's just a walking ult battery for the enemy team. Next up, we will have Junker Queen. Now, Junker Queen is pretty much in the same boat, just a damage tank, doesn't really offer much utility for the team other than just securing kills. And she does have a displacement, but it's not really enough to consider actual, usefulness to the team other than dragging them to her. Next, we have Hanzo. As a sniper, if you're not landing headshots, then you're not maximizing value. His ult is good to combo with, but to get full value out of him, you have to be landing those crisp headshots. He does have decent damage, but then again, if you're going to be doing it just for hit body shots, you might as well just play Soldier 76. Next up is Widowmaker. Same thing as before. She is a headshot machine, but if you cannot land headshots, then she's basically useless. Her damage to the body isn't very high, and without those headshots, you should not be playing her. Next is Tracer. I put her on the list because she does have decent damage, but if you're not flanking and landing those pulse bombs, then there's really no point. And her pulse bomb is insanely hard to land consistently, making her a very feast or famine because it takes a lot of skill to land those pulse bombs. Trust me, it's a lot harder than it looks. Now we have Brigitte. Now, the thing about Brigitte is she does have healing, she does have her ult, but the thing is that to get max value on her, you have to be hitting targets. And to be hitting targets, since she's melee, you have to be close, which in a game like Overwatch can be very difficult to do, especially if you don't have your team building around you. It can feel next to impossible. Next up is Kiriko, the ninja that has been destroying pro play. She has okay healing, but she has an insanely good ult, but the real thing is, if you're not flanking and getting crispy headshots, then there's no reason to play her over other supports. Like, Zenyatta pretty much does the same kind of damage as her, so if you're not utilizing her kit to the fullest, then there are better picks out there. Last on the list, this is an honorable mention. I was debating on Genji for a second, but I think he is Feast or Famine, but I'm not entirely sure because his Dragon Blade is very strong and not that hard to use. His other kit to pick off teammates is not.